Hey guys, it's Lauren. So it's been over a year since I made a video and I apologize. It was not my intention to leave y'all hanging for as long as I did, but life hit me and it hit me really, really hard. And this is like the 10th time I've tried to make this video. And every time I try to make it, I cry. So I stop and then I never make it. And here I am a year later and I never made this video. So, um, I'm going to try to get through it today, and I apologize in advance if I have a couple of tears, but they're totally warranted. So bear with me. Um, the last time I made a video, I told you guys that I was in the middle of trying to move out of state. I grew up and born and raised in Southern California, and I just didn't want to stay there anymore. Cost of living and then the safety of my kids, it just wasn't working out. So I sold my house and I moved in with my dad. And the last video you saw, I was living with my dad out of boxes, homeschooling my two daughters while my husband worked, and I was running my coaching business online, and I was also in school full time. So life was chaotic, but because I was home all the time, I had enough time to meal plan and I was working out and everything was great. It was hectic and stressful, but I had it under control. So about July, we got an offer on the house, on my dad's house, and it sold. So we moved the first weekend of August. And let me tell you, moving two full households out of state in a week is insane. We did it in 2 days, and I had a complete and total mental breakdown, like crying in the shower. Probably should have sought medical help for my mindset at the time. And yeah, I called myself the happiest woman alive. Well, that level of stress was beyond what I was capable of dealing with at the moment. So I went crazy, and I'm lucky that my family didn't hurt me because I know they wanted to. I can laugh about it now, but it was really bad. Like I went I went crazy. Um, so it took a couple weeks for me to get back on track after that whole situation, and I was here and everything was great, and my husband was starting to work, and I had to start my internship for school. I don't remember if I told you guys, but I was in school to be an addiction counselor, and I had to do an internship. So in September, I was gonna start my internship, but um, the first weekend of September, my sister died. And this is the part where I'm gonna do it. Hold on. Um, my sister passed away in September, and it was pretty devastating. It was sudden and unexpected, and it was bad. Um, it was just days before my 3-year surgiversary, which I was planning on making an update video for you that weekend. Um, and it was also the week I was supposed to start my internship. So, it kind of threw my life for a loop. And the end of 2015 was a huge blur for me. Not only did I move to a town where I know absolutely nobody because I'm here in this town without friends or family. I'm working on making friends and I've met some really amazing people, but nobody on that level where I can just be my weird self. And then having one of my best friends pass away was devastating. So, see, I knew I couldn't make it through this without crying. Um, so I tell you all of this to tell you why I'm making this video today, because if you can't tell, I've gained 22 pounds since August of last year. And it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Okay. So regain is something that I never expected to experience because I was working so hard at keeping the weight off. And that's the one thing I tell people all the time. Like, if you're not ready to take control of your life, you're not ready to have the surgery. There's no point in having the surgery if you can't maintain a workout schedule and you can't maintain healthy eating. If you don't think it's going to be possible for you to become that person, then don't have the surgery because you're not going to lose the weight. And if you do lose the weight, you're going to gain it back. And I tell people that all the time. Like, don't do the surgery unless you're completely and totally ready to change your life. So I was ready and I was doing it and I was doing really, really, really well. And then, oh my gosh, like I lost complete and total control of what was happening around me. And then that whole system I had worked out of being that mom that was always home and working, but still having my own time to do whatever I needed. Yeah, I went from working from home to working 40 to 45 hours a week. And I love my job. I really love my job. I work right now with, I'm a drug and alcohol counselor, and I run groups and I do individuals, and I love it. It's amazing, and I've learned so much about myself and about other people. It's a great job, but it's definitely taken away my control of my schedule so that the things that I would get done during the week, like workout, I get home at 6 o'clock. I still got to take my daughters to softball, and I don't get home till 9 o'clock at night, and I still have to feed them or get fast food. And working out is crazy because I still have to get up at 6 o'clock the next morning. Like, I haven't found my balance in that schedule yet. So with losing Charlotte and then losing the control of my schedule and losing that commitment, and financially things are a little harder than they were before. My husband's making a third of what he used to make, so it's a little harder to make bills, get my bills paid, and still afford quality wholesome organic foods. It's just easier to buy the cheaper, harder stuff to eat. So there's this weird balance that I'm trying to figure out again. And what I've discovered is I've taken way too long to figure it out, and I've gained 22 pounds. So saying it out loud is really hard for me, and it's a reasonable situation. I understand why it happened. And yeah, maybe I could have taken control sooner, but I didn't. And so now here I am being accountable, telling you I am almost 4 years out. And hopefully by my 4-year surgiversary, which will be in September, I will have lost that 22 pounds and be right back where I was and be happy. But I want to go on that journey with you guys. So what I'm going to do is, I know that from this up to this point, I haven't made a video in almost a year, partially because I couldn't make one without crying, because I've cried a lot, and partially because I was embarrassed to admit that, I fell off the wagon and I stopped being in control and everything kind of fell apart. So what I'm going to do is, I promise to keep you guys updated. I'm going to take some videos on my cell phone, on my camera. I'm going to do stuff here, and I'm going to continuously try to show you guys how I'm going to get this 22 pounds back off, because 160 pounds, 160 to 165 was my comfort. I liked being that size. I was comfortable. I was a size 8. I'm 5'8", so it worked for me. I just felt good. I was muscular. It was good. I wasn't too small. So I'm going to work towards getting back there, and I want to be accountable and show you guys how I do it. The first thing I want to start is, I was highly considering doing a pouch reset. And if you haven't Googled it, it's resetting your whole system by starting your post-op diet over. You do liquid for a couple days and soft food for a couple days, and then you go back to, eating like you just got out of surgery. To be honest, I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to try to do this without having to starve myself, because I don't think that sounds healthy, and I don't have a surgeon here to work with. But I'll let you guys know how it goes. Also, for those of you asking, I absolutely took my website down, and I am not coaching anymore. I work full, like I said, I work full time, and it's just not conducive for my job to have a coaching business on the side, because the counselor coaching thing, it really does not work together. I can't do both. I can refer you to other coaches. I have some friends who are really amazing coaches, and I can always refer you to them. But until then, I will um, I'll continue answering questions. I'm going to turn the message feature back on my Facebook. I turned it off because I was just not in the mood to talk to anybody because I was sad. So I'm going to turn that back on, and I'll answer your emails. But other than that, if you want a coach, I can point you in the right direction. And um, thank you for watching and keeping up with me. And give me 2 weeks to let you know how my workout routine and everything falls back together. And I'll keep you updated. But yeah. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for understanding. And yeah, regain sucks. So let's work on that. At least it's real, right? At least you guys get to see somebody who's been through it and knows how, is going to fix it and show you that it is possible. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much.